Yo mama. Now, when I was a child, when anybody talked about your mama, there was going to be a fight. It's just the way that it was. You just didn't talk about anybody's mama without expecting your behind to get whooped upon. Now, that was back in the day. But today, not so much. Today, I hear so much disrespect towards mothers. I see people belittling them on social media, embarrassing her, and diminishing her role in their lives. I've seen videos of children where they're hitting their parents and their parents are now afraid of their children. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how old I get, I will gladly sit in jail if one of my children even thinks about hitting me. Miss me with that. And if they think about cursing me or cursing at me or cursing me out or whatever you want to say, nah, miss me with that. Even cursing around me is not acceptable. It's disrespectful to me. Now, I ain't talking about you and what you accept. I'm talking about Nancy Roundtree. That's disrespectful to me. That dishonors me as a mother. Now, we went from protecting our mothers to this current time where you see children belittling their mothers, and it seems to be an acceptable practice. Clearly, we have forgotten the role a mother has played in our lives. Today's children of all ages believe they have a right to say whatever they want to their mothers. And in my profession, I hear so many stories. I mean, countless stories from many older men and women who's been dishonored and disrespected by their children. One guy just told me the other day, his daughter was cussing him out. He said, I just can't believe the way she talks to me. I can, because every other word that comes out of his mouth is a curse word. So I can believe the way she talks to him. No, but that's a story for another day. But today I want to share a story with about a young lady in her mid-20s, and she asked me to help her to get a mortgage for a house. Now, let me give you a little background. Her landlord was going up on her rent, and she believed that if she instead of her paying money for his mortgage, she believed that it would be a better investment for her to pay into something that she owns. So her credit wasn't that good. She didn't make a whole lot of money. And she didn't have a whole lot of money saved down. So with the support of her mother, they agreed to work together to help her to be able to obtain home ownership. So her mother made a suggestion, hey, daughter, come back home. And your daughter and my granddaughter to come back home, live with me so you can save money towards the down payment. And she was going to give her $1,000 towards the down payment. I mean, that was huge. Her mother doesn't even have a lot. Now, after about 2 weeks of living there, she called me, ring, 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 ring. Hey, look, do you have any tricks to help me hurry up and get this stuff off my credit? Because I want to hurry up and get out of my mama's house like right now. I explained to her that I didn't have any tricks, that her situation was going to have to take some time, and she was just going to have to be a little patient. She didn't want to hear that. But she's been there for 2 weeks. She's already saved 2 paychecks living with her mom. But the freedom she once experienced living on her own was now suffocated by living at her mother's house up on her mama's rules. She complained to me. I mean, she made my ears bleed about her mother did this and her mother did that. Oh, but I love her, but I'm grown and I've been on my own. And I should be able to do what I want. And I told her, you're right. You are grown. And you still can go live on your own. But right now, you're living at your mama's house, which means that you have to live up under your mama's rules. So I listened to her complain about her mama until I had had enough. And then I said, young lady, let me tell you something. I hear you talking about your mother in such a derogatory way. But let me give you a different perspective. Have you ever thought about how your mother is pouring into your dream of home ownership? Your mama is living in a rental, but wants you to be the first one out of your family to own a home. And she's willing to sacrifice for that for you. Your mother loves you. And because you are so focused on what you want, what you had, and what you don't have right now, you can't see what she's doing for you. Now, every mother has faux pas. We just do. We have problems. We aren't perfect. We get on our children's nerves and they get on ours, but there is love underneath all that drama. She may or may not have known how to show you love, or has never been taught how to love you, or anybody for that matter. But she's showing you love the best way she knows how, by supporting her dreams. Now, I also explained to her, you didn't have a silver spoon in your mouth, but your mother was there for you from the moment you was conceived, okay, let's just be honest, until now. She heard her dream of home ownership, and she is doing the best that she can with what she have to help her daughter reach her goal. She's also told you to move back home so you can save some money. Now, if she asked you to pay rent, she said no. Is she abusing you or your daughter? No. Well, then, is she demeaning you or belittling you? She said no. So I said, let me get this straight. Your mother is not doing really anything. You just don't want to comply with the rules. You can't see how much she loves you and how much she's pouring into you. Yes, she has faults. You can't even see past that. And you're ungrateful. How amazing is your mama that she's willing to give you out of her lack so she can have better. Her mother is helping her to reach a dream, and all she can do is focus on a few challenges. And the challenges can be overlooked. And I told her maybe she's checking her on some decisions that she's made before in the past. You know, maybe she is, and she don't like to hear it because she is that type of person. I'm going to tell you, this girl is kind of pushy. And it seems as though all she can do is focus on what her mother is or is not, and what she has done wrong in her life. That's all she kept talking about. Made my ears bleed for real. It's so easy for her to become fixated on what her mother has or hasn't done. But she's forgotten about everything that her mother has done in her past. As a mother, the stretch marks on our stomachs are a blessed reminder of the life we carry. To the wrinkles in our eyes, from all the things that we've seen and the wisdom that we've gained, that we want to part on you so that you can avoid a lot of these challenges in life. Yet now this daughter is older and she thinks her mother's life is invaluable and underneath her because she's experienced what she thinks is freedom. But when everybody else is giving her lip service about what they're going to do, what they can help her with, her mother was there believing in her and supporting her dreams of home ownership, period. And I told her God allowed her mother to carry her in her womb, and that wasn't so easy as everybody think it is. And by the mere fact that you're a mother, that she was a mother, she should have had compassion for her mother just because of that alone. But no, she wanted to whine and complain. But before we moved on, I expressed to her she needed to humble herself before her mother and ask her for forgiveness. Then bless her with words of honor because that is still her mother. And I reminded her she is a mother too. And if she doesn't make this right with her mother, her daughter is taking notes and she's watching her on how she's treating her grandmother. And she's going to reap what she's sowing right now. That the girl is going to reap what she's sowing right now with her own daughter. So I told her, go tell your mother thank you for everything. And although you may not always get along with her or agree with everything she says, remember this. She was there when nobody else was, period. She may not know how to love you the way you need to be loved, but her mother loves her enough to help her achieve her dream of home ownership and is willing to give out of her lack. And I asked her, how dare you put her down? Your mama deserves honor. And that's scripture. I don't remember anywhere in the world where it said that children need to be honored. So I told her she needed to humble herself. When I was finished talking to this young lady, she was crying. And that wasn't my intention, but she apologized to me for talking badly about her mother. She said she was going to apologize to her mother and thank her for her sacrifice. I know sometimes we forget and need to be reminded and think objectively about some things. We've often forgot about the meals that our mothers have prepared out of nothing, the times she went to work at a job and hated it, or being with a man who demeaned and embarrassed her. And we should never fix our mouths in a way to tear her down, but to honor her for her helping us along the way. Ephesians 6:1-3 says, "Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise." And that promise is so that it may go well with you and that you may enjoy a long life on earth. That's the promise. So that it may go well with you, meaning you're going to have a good life, and that you may enjoy a long life here on earth. Does this mean if your mother is toxic, you have to be around her? I'm not saying that. I'm saying give her honor as a mother who birthed you. Show her respect when you talk to her. She is your mother. Watch what you say around her, about her, and to her. She has sacrificed a lot more than she is willing to talk to you about. And it would make you cry if you knew all the sacrifices all of us as mothers had to do to make sure our children was okay. Just know that whatever was done or sacrificed, it changed us too. So if you can, call her and tell your mother you love her without wanting something in return. If she isn't here, say it out loud how much you love her. Your mama is amazing. She may be a little cray-cray at times, because I heard my children say that about me. Okay. We have strong opinions and we may get on our children's last nerve, but no matter what she has or hasn't done right in the past or now, she decided to carry you and give birth. She could have chose something else totally different. By the mere fact of her giving you birth, that was a jump start in our lives and the lives that we have right now. You want a good life? Read Ephesians 6:1-3 again. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise, so that it may go well with you and you may enjoy a long life on earth. Your mama is amazing. My mama is amazing. And we should take time out today. In fact, I ask you to take time out today. Don't wait till Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is every day. Mothers don't get a break. But reach out to her today. Send her, don't even text message, just call her on the phone and say, "Mama, you are amazing. I love you. I honor you. And I thank God for you." Let's try to do that today. If your mama's not here, then just say it out or say it to those mother figures in your life. In the meantime, you have a great and wonderful day. Make it a great day, because it is a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.